My name is Shiva Srivastava. Good evening, everybody. Hi, my name is Shiva Srivastava, and I am the head of finance at IIM Skills. And today, me and the main head of the lead faculty, Mr. Varun, will be leading the session for you guys. But before we start this session, let me quickly get an acknowledgement from you guys that you all are able to hear my voice and see our screen. Give us a quick acknowledgement in the chat box.
Yes, sir, you are audible and visible.
Perfect. Great. Thank you so much. So it is already 4 minutes ahead of the session starting. Finally, let's quickly start with this session. So today we have a very special faculty for you guys who will be leading the session for you guys. Okay. His name is Mr. Varun. So Varun is someone who is the head of faculty at IIM Skills, and he is already into the finance domain. It's been more than 10 years. He will be the main person who will be leading the session for you guys. If I will give a quick acknowledgement, or I would say introduction of Mr. Varun, he is one of the, I would say, head mentors of IIM Skills, and he is the strategic advisor at IIM Skills. If I talk about his overall experience, as I mentioned, he holds more than 10 years of experience into the finance domain. And he has already written, I would say, a few books related to the finance domain. And I would say he is already running multiple ventures on his name. And without wasting much of your time, I will quickly invite Mr. Varun if he can take over the session and guide you all for the same. So Varun, sir, you can take over the session.
Thank you, Shiva. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Very good evening. Hope you can see me and hear me. Can you confirm in the chat box, please? Guys, you can hear me and see me? Perfect. Thank you, Amit. Awesome. Okay, so today we have gathered here to talk about an interesting topic, that is investment banking. And if you guys are here, that means you at least know what does an investment banker do, how attractive the profile is, how royal the work is, how wealthy the people who are in this profile are. So, what comes to your mind when you hear the first term, the investment banking? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? If you can tell me in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and tell me what is the first thing that comes in the mind when you hear the word investment banking? Everyone.
सर ये गार्डियन सर गार्डियन कस्टोडियन वो मीडिएटर
Mediator, guardian, mediator. Okay, what else? What about you, Vinny, Santosh, Pallavi, Sadeshwar, Sudha, Louis, Amit, Anika, Ketika? What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word investment banking? Mergers, acquisitions, financial services. These are the few keywords that people associate investment banking with. Capital raise, debt, equity markets, right? So before we understand and talk about anything, we need to first know what exactly is investment banking. So in investment banking, people are doing something that is very complex, that is streamlined towards the company's growth, and that is related to funding and financing and organizational structure. So if I have to summarize that, something that is related to growth, funding or financing, and capital structure of the company. So investment bankers are basically the advisors in a transaction. For example, tomorrow any company, let's say Swiggy, who goes to the market and says, hey, I want to raise 50 CR or 500 CR or whatever number, then who would help them raise that? That is going to be the job of an investment banker. They are going to help them prepare the collateral, prepare a financial model, prepare a valuation, prepare a CIM through which they will tell what is their story, what is their growth plan, how they have been doing in the last 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, whatever is their existence, why they do need the money, what they will do with the money. So all that talking, all that structuring, all that organization of the deal is done by the investment bankers. So that is the primary goal of investment bankers' job. And they work on something that is very fancy. For example, whenever there is a startup idea, it's not going to solve today's problem. It's going to solve the problem that is going to happen in the next decade or maybe 5 years, 7 years, 8 years down the line. So investment bankers are always doing something that is very exciting because they are going to work on the businesses which will become a reality and come to the retail market maybe after 10 years or 20 years. For example, air taxis. People have already started doing that. People are already doing the business, creating the idea and all that. And investment banks have already done their job of helping them raise funds and acquisitions and everything. And the next thing that they're gonna do is help them grow further. So that's very interesting thing about investment banking career, that you are always gonna live a life that is going to be a reality for the general public maybe after a decade. So you will be always ahead of the time. Now, with that being said, what is the most important thing that is required by yes, Swaroop, you have a question? Swaroop, you want to ask something? Okay, perfect. Okay. By the time I'm gonna tell you about the next thing, may I request every one of you to simply type in the chat box which city are you from and what's your background so that I can customize and tailor my examples that suit your profile and you will be able to understand the things better. So just your name is already visible. So your city and your profile. If you are a student, what course you are pursuing. If you are a working professional, then X years of experience into Y domain. Everyone in the chat box, please. That would be very helpful to make an intro and customize and tailor the training right now. Now, with that being said, what are the top investment banks of the world? Anyone can tell me? What are the top investment banks of the world?
Sir, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley,
Morgan
HSBC.
Stanley, Evercore, Lazard.
Perfect. Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Citibank, right? These are a few of the top ones, Standard Bank, Standard Chartered. So now what if I tell you that I can get you a project from these companies if you do this course? You will have a certificate from these companies that would be valid across the world. That would give you, and it will not be just because you did the course. You will have to prepare certain products, as in a certain assignment that will be given by these entities, and you have to complete that. You have to clear that, and then you will be getting a certificate from this. So that is one thing that would definitely excite you and would add credibility to your profile, because these are, as you said, these are the top 4 investment banks of the world. So that is something that would be taught to you in the sessions, how to become not only good in educating yourself, but also being able to work on something that is offered by these 4 big brands of the world. Now, if I have to talk about the next thing, I would like to let you know the types of investment banks. Anyone knows what are the types of investment banks? Anyone can come unmute and tell me the type.
So in the best of my knowledge, there are two type of firms there. One is buy side firm and other is sell side firm. More about
That is based on the role of the investment banker, right?
Yes. Yes.
Side and sell side. In terms of the size, generally, the investment banks are classified. Have you heard the word boutique, mid-market,
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. Yes.
bulge bracket? So the 4 names that everyone took, they are bulge bracket. They are the largest and the biggest banks of the world. Boutique is something that is very small, maybe a few people, like 2 people, 4 people, 5 people, which would cater to a specific niche of the industry, specific type of transaction. Mid-market would lie somewhere between them. So the smallest are boutiques, then it is mid-market, then bulge bracket. And this is one of the hot questions of every interview, because interviewers need to understand, are you actually serious about this profile? And if you are, then you should know the basics of investment banking industry, that what are the names, what are the things. Now, since this guy mentioned about buy side, sell side, we must talk about it. So anyone can have heard this buy side, sell side. Anyone knows what this actually means, because this is going to be a very common vocabulary word in your language when you would be doing the job of an investment banker. Anyone wants to tell me anything about this?
So buy side firm will be any brokerage commissions like that, and sell side firm is the firm which provide research reports to the brokerage firms.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, actually, that is right, but that is wrong. I'll tell you. Brokerage, you need to understand what is brokerage. Brokerage is something that you must have heard, if not in investment banking, but at least in real estate. If you are gonna take accommodation, if you are traveling to another city, you want to take a PG, brokerage is a common word that you would hear. Or you want to buy a property, you need to understand that what is the role of that property dealer or that broker. He's gonna or she's gonna introduce you to the landlord if you are the tenant, or the tenant if you are the landlord, and help you get the deal. If you like the pricing, the quotation, everything, you enter into a contract, then that person would be responsible for all the rent agreement and everything, and getting the registry done and whatever, if it's a rent accommodation or if it's a sell side deal. So that's similar the role of an investment bank, right? They are going to, if you are an investor, they are going to help you identify a right company that can help you make a good money return in your industry, in your style, at a right valuation and everything. And if you are the founder of a company and want to basically sell a particular stake, then also they can help you. So sell side deals are basically where they are gonna they are gonna represent the seller, and in buy side deal they are gonna represent the buyer, because both need the investment banker. It might not always be like, as a property owner, you might be selling a property, you might be buying a property. So at a particular point in time, you might be a buyer, you might be a seller, but both people are required. So there might be two brokers sometimes. There might be a single broker playing both the roles. So, but the deal would be different for both the people. So that's how a layman or an educated man could understand in a simple language. I'll take a pause. Any questions? Till that time, I'll read all the intros. If you have a question, come on the mic or type it in the chat box and tell me.
So can you explain, sir, once more, what's the difference between buy side firm and sell side firm, and with examples also?
Sure, I'll do that. Any other question? Retail banking, 3 years. Sudha is from Alwar, Rajasthan. Experience in retail banking, 3 years. Then we have Bhardwaj, Aurangabad, under graduation, BBA Business Analytics. Perfect. Winnie is from Kerala, 10 years of service. Winnie, which profile, if you can tell me, please? And we have Pallavi, Karnataka, BBA in Finance, 2.5 years of experience. Pallavi, again, which profile, if you can type in the chat box, please? Siddheshwar, Pune, Maharashtra, BE Mechanical, 3 years. Okay, Siddheshwar, I'll assume something related to engineering then. Then we have Luis from Mexico, BA Economics, 4 years experience in the tax, wanna move to IB. Okay, Luis. Okay. Okay, I think people are using different accounts also. Okay, Hardik from Chandigarh, planning to give CFA level 1. Vishnu Chaudhary from UP, planning to CFA. I'm working in an entirely different field, defense as a clerk. Oh, you are in the defense industry. Okay, perfect. So you when you say defense, you mean either with DRDO or some Indian Armed Forces? Army. Oh, then you also deserve a round of applause for the great work that Indian Armed Forces have been doing always and lately. And bring them in whatever role you are in capacity you are. Thank you.
बोलो आप बोलो बात बोलो.
Perfect. So, and what about others? If you don't mind, if you can put in the introductions, please. Alok is from Delhi, working in IBM as AR senior analyst, total 3.5 years. Okay. Perfect. So some people have an overlap with finance or accounting. Some people are totally new, but that doesn't matter, to be very honest with you. The course is designed in such a way that even people who are straight out of college can actually understand it. So people who have experience are actually at an edge and they can make a better understanding because they have something in the background that they know. So that is lovely. Now coming back to Vinny's question of buy side and sell side. See, the terms in itself have the meaning defined. Buy side means that the investment bank is representing the buyer. Sell side means that the investment banker is representing the seller. For example, if I'm gonna be a person who wants to acquire a business, then I'm a buyer. And if I want to sell my stake in a business, I'm the founder of the company, I want to sell a stake, or maybe I want to raise capital, that would be sell side because I'm diluting my stake in the company. So that's in exactly the jargons of the investment banking world. Does that make more sense now, Vinny? Okay, so you type yes in the format of SS, right? Perfect. Any other question anyone has? Anyone else has any other question? Else we'll move directly to the next topic. Okay, now we will talk about the skills that are required for an investment banking job because that is very important. Like, if I want to be an investment banker, I know that's going to pay me well. That is the job. What is the job of investment banker? I can research everything, but what is the thing that I need to do? What is the thing that I need to do in terms of the skill, in terms of the KRS, in terms of the talent and everything? That is very important, and how to learn that. So, first of all, the skills that would be required is gonna be financial modeling. No deal, whether buy side, whether sell side, whether it's a boutique, whether it's a mid market, whether it's a bulge bracket, no deal can be cracked without making a financial model. Because financial model is going to be the first step. Then there would be business valuation, and this financial model will also go as a part of the report. Because without any financial model, you cannot tell how much money do you need, what is going to be the price at which the money would be required. All these questions are going to be answered through financial model only. So financial modeling is very important. And when we say financial model, it's not going to be a simple Excel sheet that you prepare, just start with red, blue, yellow, random colors. Financial model is something that has to be consistently designed as an automated workbook or a tool or a calculator that can be used in a dynamic sense. What if the investor wants to stress test that, hey, what if this assumption doesn't work? I think this is a too optimistic number. I wanted to be a bit pessimistic. Let's change this. What is the impact? That ability, that dynamic ability in the model is must. No deal can be cracked without a model being beautiful, structured, detailed, and dynamic. All these things are definitely required. And there is not a single type of financial model. Every deal would require a different type of financial model. For example, you will have to work on the concepts of financial models to first understand the three statements. Then mergers and acquisitions, then everything would be very important. You need to understand what is accretion and dilution. Okay, we'll talk about this also because this is a very important term. Now, after financial modeling, the next thing that you need to know is valuation. And before financial modeling, the thing that you need to know is Excel. Obviously, you cannot make a financial model if you are not pro in Excel. Excel is not gonna be a simple thing. It's gonna be something that you are gonna be able to use efficiently, productive way by using Excel formulas, Excel shortcuts, Chat GPT embedded with Power BI, and whatever I'm saying is the part of the course because these are the minimum. These are not the fancy things. These are the minimum things that you would require as today's investment banker. And the people who started this profession a decade ago are still upgrading themselves because they know they cannot survive this industry today without those skills. In valuation, I'm sure you must have heard at least about DCF, but valuation is much more than DCF. And DCF in itself is like a 10-hour topic or like a decent 6-hour topic where you need to talk about this. Can I have some responses? How many of you know about DCF? Yes or no, whatsoever. Type it in the chat box. Yes or no. Let's see how many people know about DCF and how many don't know about DCF. Actually, all those people who are using Amit's account because they were facing issues, can you rename yourself to the real names? Every person looks same now. Okay, we don't have any yes till now. I think we have one yes. Winnie says yes. Other people are no's. Okay. What about other people? Alok says yes. Okay, that's good. One Amit says yes. Louis, have you heard about DCF?
Excuse me, what do you ask about the DCF?
Because that's very important about valuation, and I want to know if the people know about it or not. Because if you know, then my question. If you don't know,
Okay,
my
yes, I already worked with DCFs previously.
okay, perfect. Then these terms like
Thank you.
WACC, cost of equity, cost of debt, weight of debt, CAPM, all of these must be familiar to you.
At my job, we perform business valuations as a transfer in a transfer pricing perspective. So
Okay.
we actually do we perform business valuations through DCFs through multiple models and present transactions.
Okay.
Beside of that, we perform intellectual property valuations such as relief from royalties modeling and all that stuff. And we also perform the development of discount rates such as WACC or CAPM. So that's a brief how can I say, a brief background in business valuations. But as I told you, being a tax consultant, you are not so exposed to that projects. No, it's so kind of special projects that you see often, but not in a daily basis.
Got it. Got it. No, that makes sense. And that's probably the beauty and power of online coaching through IIM Skills, that you get to know about people from different regions, different geographies, and different backgrounds and learn how they are using the same concept or how their friends are using the same concept in a different city altogether. So brilliant. That makes sense. And you talked about transaction multiples and all that, sir. So I'll mention that also. So valuation primarily is done through three approaches. One is called an income approach. One is called a market approach, and one is called a cost approach. In income approach, businesses focus on what they are gonna generate in the future. For example, profitability or cash flow, and then bring that to the present value, that is the value today. For example, I'm gonna get $100 tomorrow, $200 day after tomorrow, and $300 a day after. Then what is the value of those 100, 200, 300 today? That is the valuation of that particular product or particular security or a particular business. That is called income approach, and DCF falls under the category of income approach. DCF valuation is also called by the name of intrinsic valuation. In market, we don't look at the company's future projections. We primarily look at the company's financial metrics and value it based on the other players in the market. This is of two types. One is public, one is transaction. For example, I'll tell you with an example. Let's say you are gonna buy a house, and or probably you want to sell a house or buy a house, whatever. There are apartments, it's a society, so every flat looks the same. On the same floor, there are two flats that were sold recently at a price of let's say 1 CR and 1.1 CR. then it's very easy and natural that you can say, okay, my flat is gonna be plus minus 5%, but in this range. I will not be able to sell it at 3 CR or 20 lakh. For Lewis, CR is basically Indian currency. So maybe we can say 1 million and 5 million, or 1 million and 1.1 million, so that you understand dollars. So relative valuation basically says that, okay, what is the value of the business that is similar to my business in terms of size, in terms of products, in terms of profitability, in terms of the geography, and then identify that, okay, if that business is valued at this, then probably my business worth is gonna be this, and there is going to be a metric. For example, if let's say Vinny's business makes $1 million as profit every year, and Vinny's business is valued at $3 million, that means it is 3 times the profit. And let's say Louis business makes $2 million of profit every year and is valued at 6 million. And I can easily say that the valuation of a business that is similar to Louis and Winnie would be 3 times their profit. And if my business is valued at $5 $5 million, that means my profit should be around 5 by 3. Or I can say opposite, if my business profit is, let's say, 2 or 3 CR or $3 million, I can easily say my valuation will be 3 into 3, 9. That is how the market approach works. Now, cost is going to be what is going to be the money that you are going to pay to replace the assets of the company. We have NAV approach. So the most favorite in the market are DCF and relative valuation. Market approach is also called relative valuation because you are doing a relative thing. You are comparing your business to the other one. DCF is more of an absolute valuation. Okay. Now, with Excel financial modeling valuation, what is going to be the next thing that you need to know as a skill? And I'm telling everything as a technical skill, because soft skill you already have. You are at least 20, 25 years of age. You already know how to communicate, how to think in a critical manner and all that. So that is unsaid required in every profession. Now, what is going to be the other thing? PowerPoint. All the presentations, all the decks, all the reports that you will build would be through PowerPoint. So you need to have a very good hold. You need to be able to design it in a neat and clean manner. I'm not saying you become a graphic designer, but you need to actually be able to design. For example, if you go to the gym, you don't have to become a bodybuilder and go for a contest, but you go to the gym to be fit. So similarly, if you are going to be investment banker, you need to have a fair understanding of PowerPoint and make clean presentations. Visual designing and designers, that's probably going to be the job of a graphic designer, but you don't have to stand blank when someone says, hey, can you make a quick teaser or a quick PowerPoint on that? Okay. After this, you need to understand the financial markets. Okay, financial systems and markets. This should include equity market, derivative market, debt market, understanding of what is a preferred stock, mezzanine, and all that stuff. So financial systems and market is very important because you won't be able to help a company raise capital if you don't know what is the right strategy or a right security that they should raise, whether they should go for a debt, whether they should go for equity. How would you guide if you don't know what is the difference between the two? What is derivative market and all that stuff? So this is gonna be very important and very interesting thing. Now, after that, the technicals of investment banking, which would include the concepts of M&A. What is going to be M&A cycle? What is LOI? What is the CIM? What is NDA stage? What are going to be the different stages? It doesn't work that, hey, I have a deal. Would you be interested? Yes, I'm coming to the office. Let's crack it. And evening we are having a beer and everything is cracked. It doesn't work like that. It takes at least 3 months and sometimes 9 months also for a deal to close. When the deal is completed, it is called closing the deal. When the deal is being circulated in the market for buyers to show interest, it is called the deal is in the market. These are the terms that you will hear a lot while communicating with your fellow investment bankers. So understanding the technicalities of investment banking is very important. Then apart from a financial model and evaluation, you will prepare a lot of other things that would include a pitch deck, teaser, CIM, and all of this would be covered as a part of our marketing collaterals, because these are called marketing, because It's not the marketing, the digital marketing that companies do, advertisements and all. This is a marketing word that is used as a part of the investment banking world. This means that when the deal is being circulated in the market, the collateral or the material that is being done, that is called marketing collateral. Okay. So these are going to be the topics that would be covered in the course and the skills that you should require. And talking about some new generation tools, Power BI, Python, AI, and ChatGPT to make your life easy. The basics are going to be the same, but how to do that faster and in an efficient way, that is going to be the game that you have to learn if you want to become an investment banker of today's generation. I'll take a pause. Any questions anyone has? Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, so let's take a real life scenario for what an investment banking deal would look like and what people would do. So let's say there is a company, take any company. Give me any industry that you want to take, any product, anything that you want me to discuss about. The first that comes, we'll talk about that. Any type of business, tell me. FMCG, okay. Fast moving consumer goods. Okay. So let's say there is a company that is into FMCG and it has come to you, you are the investment banker, and it has come to you that, hey, we want to raise capital, we want to raise, let's say $10 million. And we are going to invest this money into three things. We are going to launch a new line of product. We are going to increase our distribution channels to another, maybe another country. Let's say they are currently in India and US, they want to enter into Singapore, for example, and Dubai. So this is the geographical expansion. This is going to be the product expansion, and they want to expand into new technology, the today's technology, so that they can manufacture products with less wastage. So this is how they are going to utilize the fund. And now you have been invited that, hey, help us get a good valuation, and so that we have to dilute less and less money for this fund. So now as an investment banker, how are you going to position the market? What do you think would be the selling points of such a business? You know FMCG, you know the usage. Tell me any three selling points that you will say, okay, the business is like that, or anything that you would put. Technically, it is called key investment highlights. How are you going to tell the investor that this is the best opportunity for you? So it is called key investment highlights. Take 2 minutes, think about it, and tell me how would you position the market? What will you do? What all would be your conversation? Let's do a role play if you want. What is going to be the conversation with you and the investor on this deal? Mini, you want to volunteer?
Sir, differentiation in product.
Okay, differentiation in product, that is definitely gonna be a good point. What else? Again, let me tell you. So there would be different perspectives to this. One, I would talk about the company, how the company is different. If they have a legacy, if they are old, then how they have survived the different circumstances of COVID, different recessions and everything. So that is going to be the business oriented thing. Now I'll talk about the industry in general, how the company's industry is flowing. FMCG is gonna be like very good because of the new applications. FMCG is moving even faster now. Then about the company's financials, the company's profitability is great. They are very smart at investing money. So then that means they are a profitable business and it's good to invest in them. Then I would talk about the competitive benchmarking, like how are they better than their competitors in terms of the product, in terms of the technology, in terms of the distribution channel or anything. Then I would like to talk about a particular geography that, hey, the demographics are increasing, the population is increasing, and the products that they sell are gonna be very demanding for this type of population, this type of geography, and this type of environment. So all these points would add a flavor that this company is attractive. Then I will tell that, hey, the company's plans, that if you give me $10 million, this is how they are gonna invest, and this is the money that they would generate. And all of that would translate into returns. What is going to be the IRR of the investment and everyone. Then I can tell who is the management, if they have got any rewards, recognitions. That means they are premium in terms of the service offerings or the product offerings in the market. So all of this would be packaged into a financial, into a deck, into a CIM, and sent to the potential investors, and then they would be like, okay, let's talk further. Then they would have discussions, they would see if the deal works out and they would invest the money. That's how the deal works. I'll take a pause. Any question anyone has?
Sir, can you just write down the points that you just discussed about FMCG? Just write down three to 4 points.
Okay, I can speak, you can make a note of it. Because if I write, no one will be able to read it.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sure.
It's about the company's financials. That is the first thing. Second thing would be about the industry as a whole. Third thing would be about company's strength in terms of the management, company's strength in terms of their product differentiation versus competitors, any technology that they use, I would say, how they have survived the legacy through different times of the world when the world was crying, they were doing great. So these are a few points. I didn't have anything in mind. I just said on the spot. So that's how, as when I walk on investment banking deal, this is how we have the conversations. Perfect. Any other question? I'll wait for a minute and else I'll pass it on to Shiva sir for the next piece. Awesome. I'll pass it on to Shiva sir. Shiva sir, you can take it from here.
Thank you so much, Varun sir, for the detailed explanation. Let me quickly share my screen with the students. Okay, so everybody, if you all can acknowledge that you can see the notepad, what I have open in front of you in the chat box quickly. Varun sir will be with us to answer all of your questions. And in the meanwhile, I'll take you through the overall course of IIM skills that we offer, okay? Great, thank you so much, Vinny, for acknowledging. Let me take on to the course part now. So everyone, as when you had registered at our website, you all are aware that, okay, you were looking for a course that is called Investment Banking Master Course, okay? Let me take you through the details of it. So first of all, I will start with the duration of this course. The overall duration for this course is going to be 4 months, okay? If I talk about the timing to deliver the course, then the timings will be every Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. 2 hours on your weekends. Okay. Now, within this 4 months of journey, as Varun sir has already explained to you, related to investment banking, we will be teaching you right from the scratch. There are different models. If you will come to our website, you can see that the overall section here, you can see right from the starting, we will be teaching you the, first of all, the foundation section. If I talk about into the investment banking, then we talk about PowerPoint, we talk about MS Excel. We will be taking this particular section from basic to advanced level. Then we will be talking about the fundamentals of financial system and market. So these are the foundation section when we will be developing. Once this part is done, then we will be moving ahead towards the core domain. That is the investment banking domain I'm talking about, where we will be talking about technicals of investment banking, derivative market, different marketing collaterals. I mean, everything that you will be able to see in front of your screen. This is all something what will be covered into the training program. Okay. Now, as during the session, Varun sir has already explained to you that every single module that we are teaching to you, these all are the things which are the industry requirements. Industry is demanding all of these areas to be covered. Okay. While going through with each one of yours introduction, I could see there are a lot of people, those who have a good experience. There are a lot of students who have, I would say, 2 years of experience, and some of you are also, mentioned that you are freshers. This course is being designed into a manner where when we are teaching you one specific area, we are considering all the points that you should be good at theoretical portion. That is number one part, because once the concepts are clear to you, then if we will move to the practical part, then easily you will be able to deliver that portion. So this course is going to be the combination of practical portion and theoretical portion, both the things together. So real-time application is something that will be there. Now, a lot of you, those who are attending the classes on Saturdays and Sundays, there may be a possibility that you miss some of your classes. So do not worry about that section. The course that we are offering, this course will always be offering you the backup of every class. Okay. It means we record every live lecture that we provide here at IIM Skills. Okay. And once you are done with the class, within 3 to 4 hours, you will be able to access these class recordings into your personal account. That is called Learning Management System. I will write only the short form of it. Okay. LMS. Now, this learning management system is going to be your personalized portal. I'll just give you a kind of glimpse of your LMS, that, okay, what sort of LMS I'm talking about. Give me a few seconds, okay? I'm just opening up my LMS account in front of you. Just give me a few seconds. Let me open in a different tab. So once you are logged in into your portal, you will be able to see a screen like this. So this is going to be your LMS, right? If you will go to my courses, you will be able to see only one course, that is called Investment Banking Master Course. Okay, I'll just show you right here. This is the course. Now, this learning management system will always provide you the overall study material before every class. The study material that you have to go through, you can access that material here. You will be able to see the class recordings, as I mentioned to you, that every time you will be able to go through with the class recording. You will be able to access every recording here. And once the class is done, you will be getting a real-time task or assignment. See, one thing is very clear. Whenever we are enrolling into any training program related to investment banking, only theory will not at all help to achieve our goals. So whenever we are attending the class, we will be able to clear the concepts. But until or unless we are doing the real-time implementation, we will not be able to get the in-depth knowledge of it. So it is very important for us to do the real-time implementation. And that is the reason after every class, you will be getting assignments from the faculties. You have to work on those assignments. It means, as I mentioned to you, Saturday and Sunday, you will have your class. Okay. Now you will have the remaining weekdays to do your task and assignments. And this much of time is more than enough to complete your task and assignments. So you have to complete your task and assignments, submit it to the mentors, to the faculties. They will be evaluating your work and they will be giving you a detailed feedback on it. Okay. And by any chance, if you have any question after attending a class or while doing the practicals, you will always have a support available. You can ask for the support over an email, over a call to your counselors, and there will be some additional backup classes. I would say the doubt clearing session that we conduct in the weekends itself. Okay, additional classes will always be there. So other than attending these 4 months of journey, we will be talking about few more important things. Why? Because I can understand a lot of you are targeting for the better opportunities. A lot of you are targeting to change your domain. Now into that particular area, what we have done, we always make sure that not only the course part that you should be good at, the real-time practical implementation part, but other than that, your profile should be stronger. Why? Because whenever we will be applying for any opportunity, every company, they will be first of all doing the shortlisting that, okay, which profile they should consider for an interview. Now, within our training program, we will make sure that we are teaching you that how to prepare your resume that should give a detailed explanation. I'll just give you a glimpse that, okay, in the same learning management system at the bottom of it, you can see the placement recording. Here, if you will click, you will be able to see the material. In this particular section, you will be able to access the what type of, resume template a person should develop, how you have to work on your LinkedIn profile. You have to work onto the real-time practicals. Let's say I'll just, take you down. Let's say, first of all, when you are doing the course, you will be able to work upon multiple tools like Excel, PowerPoint, Python, Power BI, ChatGPT. So all the new age tools which are trending in the market, you will be able to have a glimpse of it. Okay. And here you can see, when we talk about the job interview section, you can see the resume building part, mock interview preparation, LinkedIn profile building, communication skills, problem solving, critical thinking. So this is all something what will be required to get your profile shortlisted for an interview. Okay. And once you have all of these things available with you, and if your profile is getting shortlisted, if you have prepared your profile as per the guidances provided by us, then in that case, you will be able to showcase your skill sets. Why? Because everything you have done practically. Overall journey, if I talk about after 4 months of training program, we will be asking you to work upon real-time projects. Just give me few seconds. Let me show you here. So now, once you are done with your course, you will be working on to the real-time projects like Bharat Pay Teaser Industry Report, Rocking Investment Deck. Just give me a few seconds. Yes. You can see the Colgate valuation model, Hello 3 case statement, financial models. So these are the 4 projects that you will be working upon. Once you are working on these 4 models, you will have a fair idea of overall implementation. Not only this, there will be a lot of additional activities that we will be asking you to go ahead with, where you will be, preparing your real-time portfolio, real-time work samples you will be adding into your resume, so that when you are showing your resume to anybody, it will be very easy for an individual to get your resume shortlisted. Okay. This is the overall journey that every individual will be going through once you are done or enrolled into the training program. I'm sure you must have got the overall explanation from the I would say counselors as well. The most important part, that is, I think that I need to explain to you guys, that is, when you visited my website, you must have seen there are 3 courses in total. Okay. Number 1 course that you are able to see in front of you, that is the self-learning training program. Okay. Here you can see the overall course that you will be getting. It will be into the recorded forms. You will be getting the pre-recorded videos. It means you will be getting the learning management system, the same account that I was showing to you. And you have to go through with the class recordings, do the activities, and complete your course. So mainly those guys, those who already have a good exposure into the investment banking, and they just need some brush ups, some guidances through certain videos to cover up everything. This particular section is something will be valid for those. Okay, they should go for this particular training program. This particular access, the LMS access I'm talking about, will be valid for 1 year. Job support will be there in this particular training program, and you will be able to get 2 financial model templates if you are going ahead with this training program. Course fees for the training program is mentioned here. Now, the other 2 courses, what you have gone through, I'm sure most of you have inquired for these 2 courses only. One training program that is called Master's Training Program. You can see what all things you will be getting into it. See, first of all, you will be attending the live classes, as I mentioned, or as Varun sir has already mentioned that you will be attending the real-time classes. The access for these classes, the access for the overall course, you will have for lifetime. Now, lifetime access is something that is the most important part for an individual. Finance domain is something where a lot of changes are happening with the time. A lot of new updations are coming. Once you are done with the course today, maybe 2 years down the line, 1 year down the line, you will find out a lot of new things are there in the market. Okay. For that, you do not have to pay once again. You are just one call, one email away from the IIM skills team. Just reach out to us and we will give you the access of it. Job support will be there for lifetime. You have a placement portal access. You will be getting additionally 5 financial model templates. You will be getting a WhatsApp group. You will be getting group mentorship, paid internship, LinkedIn profile optimization. I mean, everything is mentioned in front of you. Okay. And if I talk about the third training program, that is a job guarantee training program. Moreover, this will be having everything that you are learning within this master's training program. But beyond that, there are additional portions that we are providing within this particular course. That is, we will be giving you 1:1 mentorship, first of all. Okay. If anybody is looking for a guaranteed job, obviously that person is actually looking for a personalized attention. So job guarantee training program will be giving you that 1:1 mentorship. Other than that, we will be helping you with the international freelancing portion. Into the investment banking, international freelancing is something that is one of the, I would say, area where you can explore highest number of opportunities and a good earning potential as well. So additionally, we will be teaching you how to do the international freelancing within this. Leadership lounge access you will be getting. It means we will be calling some of the industry leaders during your course. These industry leaders will be sharing their experience and the knowledge with you. That will be really useful for you. Personal branding toolkit, international freelancing, and a lot of institution, when you are actually doing the research, people are committing you something, but they are maybe not delivering the same portion. Here at IIM Skills, we follow the money back policy as well, that is mentioned here. To get more detail about this particular money back policy or the job guarantee training program policy, simply come down at the bottom. You will be able to see this portion, job guarantee program policy here. You can simply go through with this. Once you will go through with this, you will be able to validate that, okay, this is all something, what are the policies of job guarantee training program, and you can simply target this particular option as well. So this is all what we have been offering over the last 10 years. What all commitments my counselors have given to you. This is a promise from our side that nothing is something that is not going to be fulfilled. Everything that has been committed to you, that is already mentioned over the website, and we are actually going to deliver the same portion to you. So this is about our course. We are starting our fresh batch from 24th of May. Those who are planning to start their journey right from 24th of May, I'm going to share the enrollment link, because within this batch, we are left with 4 enrollments. Okay. So those who are targeting this particular batch, they can simply go ahead and complete the registration with the link that I'm sharing. This is the link that is for the master's training program. The first link, job assist. And this is the link if anybody is targeting for the job guarantee training program, the second link. I'm just writing it down. So this is about the course that we offer. Now, if anyone has a question, you can let me know. Even Varun sir is also here, and we would love to hear from you. Anybody, if you have a question? Alok, Deepshika, Krishna, Preeti, Riya, Sudha, Vinny. Anyone of you have a question?
Sir,
Please.
the duration of the course is 4 months, and
Yes.
and 1 month is for the projects, and one month is for the paid internship. That means the total is for 6 months. Am I right?
You are absolutely right. There may be a possibility that internship portion is something if somebody is looking for 2-month internship, 3-month internship, or maybe a company is offering 3-month internship. So we will give all those options. So that is the reason I'm not adding that time period. But the real time duration, if I talk about, at least 6 months is the journey, where 4 months is going to be the overall course duration, where the overall course will be covered. Then additional 1 month, we will be asking you to work on to those real-time projects, what I have just shown over the website, and 1 month is for your internship, right? Then you are a profile where you can target the best opportunities. Then you have the valid reasons with you.
Sir, can you brief about the certification offered in that global certification?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So while I was scrolling the website, here you can see the overall certifications. In total, you will be getting, if you're going for the master's training program of IIM skills, you will be getting total 6 certifications. Number 1 certificate, you can see here it is, that is of IIM skills certificate, which is the MSME registered certification. Okay. If I go ahead with this, other than this, you will be able to see these additional 4 certifications, that is Citibank, JP Morgan, Standard Bank, and Bank of America. Okay, these are the 4 different certifications that we will push you towards that. Okay, definitely you should get it. Why? Because when you have these certifications with you, your profile will have a global acceptance. Okay. And other than this, there is an international certificate, internship certificate that you will be getting. Other than these 6 certifications, if anybody is enrolling into the job guarantee training program, then one additional certificate will be added on. That is a PG certificate from Lisbon University, basically. So we have a tie-up with Lisbon University. And once you have the Lisbon University certificate, so you can understand that, okay, again, your profile will have a weightage into the market to get it shortlisted. So these are the multiple certifications. On a real note, Vinny, if I talk about certifications are something that will help you in the shortlisting process only, not more than that. The main thing that will come into the picture, that is the real-time knowledge that you have with you. If you understand how exactly investment banking industry works, if you understand the real-time execution of the process, then trust me, even if you will have 2 less certificate within your profile, still company will consider you to hire. I hope I was able to answer this.
Yes, got it, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Anyone else have a question, please let me know. And also, if you can acknowledge, as of now, I have 2 Amit Kumar in the, I would say, in the room. I would request both of the Amit Kumar, if you can share your email address directly in the personal chat of mine, so that we will be able to validate that, okay, which Amit Kumar was you. Deepshika, Krishna, Preeti, Riya, Sudha, if you have any of the questions. Alok. If you do not have a question, you can write down in the chat box. Alok is saying, could you please explain about the freelancing in detail? Yeah, definitely, Alok. See, freelancing is something moreover when a person is looking for a contractual job, not onto the payroll section, but that is something that you want to do out of your free time. It may be for full time that you are planning to go, or it may be for a shorter duration. So freelancing is like you are working on multiple projects of investment banking at a single time, and you are not working with any of the company as a permanent employee. Okay, so depending upon how much time you have, you are reaching out or you are getting the projects from different companies and you are working on those. So freelance portals like, let's say, freelancers.com, upwork.com. So we will teach you exactly that, okay, how you have to create your profile over there, how you should hunt for the opportunities, what all hacks you should use to get the freelance projects. Because a lot of people, those who are looking to go for this particular industry, especially international freelancing, So they are getting a way beyond, I would say what they are earning in the full-time job today. I'm talking about the earning potential. So international freelancing is that strong, but yeah, it would require from your side that, okay, you are spending sufficient amount of time and following the right process. So within this training program, additionally, we will be conducting the classes for you where we will be taking you through with the overall process of it. I hope, Alok, I answers to your question. Deepshika Jain, I am from science background. Will I be able to understand the technologies and will it be beneficial for me? Uh, I guess for this, Varun sir is the right person who can give you a better explanation. Varun sir, if you can answer to the Ifika's question, please.
Definitely. Hey, Deepshika. So, first of all, I'll tell you why investment banking needs you. Forget about if you will understand it or not, but investment banking is a profession wherein you will be working on different types of businesses. Some businesses would be into FMCG, for example. Some businesses would be into AI, some into SaaS, some into grocery, some into logistics. So, people, as investment banker, you will be working on different types of businesses, and to be able to sell that business or buy that business, acquire that business, or make a business plan, you need to understand the terminologies of that particular business also. If I come from a commerce background, it might be a bit difficult for me to understand how a car manufacturer would use certain terms. But if you come from a science background where you have done mechanical engineering or something, then those things are easy for you to understand. So that's where investment banking as a profession, when you will join that, you will see that people come from diverse backgrounds, and that's the norm. That's how the industry works. So, because after some point of time, it's not a financial services job. It's more of a job wherein you are working on different types of industries by doing finance in that or by doing the transaction in that. So one thing, how you will be acceptable in the market. Now coming to the second part of the question, in terms of the terminology. See, the course is not going to be something that people with a prior knowledge are needed. Otherwise, why will they do a course? If I already know what is X, Y, and Z, why would I spend a few bucks to do that? The course is for people to understand from scratch and then reach to the advanced level. Right. So the course is designed in such a way, as Shiva sir showed you the LMS, everything is there. Even the glossary of the terms is there. So if you think that, hey, the class, the faculty was telling me a few things which I don't know, but they are not big enough that I want to ask. Okay, have the glossary sheet, look at it. There is a book that you can refer to. If you think you still need more content, we have basic courses going on outside investment banking with other faculties. We can help you that. We can figure out, like, we know how to teach people, we know how to make their career. So you tell us the problem, we can solve it, not at all bother. So that's the explanation for you, Deepshika. Perfect, perfect. Back to Shiva sir.
Thank you so much, Varun sir. I guess someone was trying to unmute and ask the question. If you can unmute, who was that person? Anyone else has a question? Okay, great. It seems like all the questions got answered. So as I have already shared the upcoming, I would say, batch enrollment links with you. So those who are interested, they can simply use the given link. And I'm also sharing the counselor's contact details with you, so that if you do not have those contact details with you guys, so you can simply reach out to those guys, okay? And you are very well aware that, okay, with whom you are in touch, you can simply reach out to them. These are the contact details. Fine. So it seems like there are no questions pending. So Varun sir, I guess finally we should go ahead and wrap up with the session.
Definitely. I think this was a brilliant one with people coming from different cities and countries. And Vinny and especially was the highlight. So thank you for making the session interesting. And if you guys still have any more questions, feel free to reach out to any of your counselors, and I'll be happy to get on a call with you to answer anything that you want to discuss one on one. Santosh, you want to ask something? Perfect. Okay. We are good. Then we'll wrap up here and wish you all the best for your career, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Varun sir, for your time. Looking forward, everyone. And those who are looking, they can simply go ahead with it.
Brilliant.